Chair. Yes, I mean there's two aspects to this. One is where we site the cameras.
Yeah.
And they will be out and about on key areas. And then all the information is uploaded onto the server, and the server.
Yeah, but my question is, why would that server be housed here rather than at the council offices?
Because it's our server.
Because it's district council funded, it's parish council funded.
Parish council funded, not district council.
Right, so it would only be at the council if it was district. It can be here if it's parish.
It's a parish council function.
It will effectively be out here.
Right, that's fine.
Karen, I'm sure everybody in this room is aware of the £4 million state-of-the-art leisure complex what was opened in February. And I'm sure also that everybody in this room is aware of the wellness programme which the Boldover District Council promote, where GPs refer disabled, infirm and overweight people to the gymnasium for a structured 6-month programme under the brilliant supervision of the staff. But I don't think anybody there will be aware that there's no toilet facilities in that gymnasium. They have to go down some flights of stairs to the toilet, come back up, use the swipe card to get in. Now my concern is fire regulations. I would have thought that the doors are locked. There is a toilet.
There is a toilet.
There is a toilet, but somebody has made a decision to lock it. Now my question to you, Karen, is who made the decision and why?
Well, it is district, it's got nothing to do with parish. It is a district matter because it is district council up there. So all thing you can do is really find out from the district councillors up there. Would you know anything about that, councillors?
If the gentleman wants to read 242424 or go to the Ark and make a complaint.
I go to Ark every day, Jim.
Sorry?
I go to Ark every day to Jim.
Yeah, if you go to the meet and greet, tell them your concern, what's happened, and they will log it as a complaint, and then you'll get what you want. We can't answer that as a parish council.
No.
You're on the district council, can't you ask on my behalf? When you refer it back to us and I'll come in a month's time.
Whereabouts do you live?
Barbara Road.
Barbara Road.
Then you see Gwyneth, because she's your
I'll have a
councillor.
word with them. I'll go and have a look at it.
Yeah. Gwyneth's your councillor for that area.
I think, Jim, you'll find that they have complained before about it, because I know there's some have spoke about it, that originally when they first opened, and I was in the first day, there was go through, but somebody in the wisdom, because what it is, the officers are up there, and I think they was complaining,
Right.
because they didn't want anybody sharing them.
Hindsight's a wonderful thing, Jim.
I mean, it's not, I mean, if you've got to go down to the toilet and then come back up
You've got to
again.
use your swipe card, and there's disabled people being referred by a GP.
I've actually meeting with someone on Thursday from up at the district offices, so I'll mention it to
Thank you
them.
very much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then if Gwyneth goes up as well and has a look and
That's all I
mentions it,
ask.
and then
Yeah,
we'll see
thank
what
you
we
very
can
much.
do.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
And just so I'm clear, it's toilets next to the first floor gymnasium. Is that right?
Yes, it's actually next to the the toilet.
Yeah.
There is one on the floor, on the first floor,
Yeah.
but the one that you've got to do, you've got to go down
Down
the
two flights of
stairs.
stairs, come back up, use your swipe card.
Yeah. Just so I know what we're saying to
Yeah.
when we meet.
Yeah.
Now this gentleman.
I'm on the phone run on the firework display on Saturday. We wasn't notified, and we wasn't notified early enough for the fun run, and they're blocking the road off before they should, which they gave the time on the paper, and they were blocking it off before the time. They woke my son up out of bed, we took in the barrage on the road, and it's not on. I mean, you've had 2 fireworks displayed up here. I've lost a cat through the firework display because you're having too many bangers, and it's down in Chapel Close, it's like thunder, and it's got to stop. You either get some quieter fireworks or ban the firework display. Because we're all down in Chapel Close are fed up on it. I've had another complaint this morning, come round and says, what they're doing about these fireworks. I said, well, I'm going up, I'll see what they'll do. You've got to calm the fireworks down. I don't know how these old folks, residents up here, hurry up with it.
We enjoy it.
I don't think they are.
I would say,
I just don't think they are. I think you're pulling more like posters' eyes and you're not doing anything about it.
well, I think you do find that the community,
It's
it
not
was a
only
very
that.
good community.
I've been here before and I asked for some zebra crossings for kiddies for school. They've never been done. It's 3 years ago. It's not been done. They said it was in the plans. Why hasn't it been done?
That's not for parish, that's for district, I'm afraid. County, actually, yeah. Yes.
Yes, can I ask when the review of the time of this meeting is going to take place? Because it should have taken place in May,
Yeah.
the review. Now, we've not heard anything yet.
Well, we can make a note of it and we'll have a look at doing the review. Because we did say we was going to do it as like a tester, wasn't it, to see how it was going to be done. So we've done it for like a year now. So
You've done it for 18 months.
You've done it
yeah.
for
So
18
what
months.
we'll do is we'll have a look at it and we'll have a meeting about it and see what.
Remember, he catered for the majority,
Yeah. What happened?
not a minority.
What happened was we decided as a council that we'd try for a trial period, as in this meeting in the afternoon.
Oh, right, so this
Well,
one,
yes,
every
yes.
3.
Yeah.
The minutes
The
for it
actual
at
motion was in
44.16
the minutes from the meeting last year.
Yeah.
44.16.
So we can have a look at that. Thank you.
Well, we need to get a move on.
We will, yeah.
Because we
Well, the
keep
next one now is gonna be-
prevaricating and having this meeting at 2 o'clock once every 3.
Yeah.
No, it's not done.
Could we be notified early when they have these fireworks this way and the fun run earlier than what they're doing it, they bring it out the day, they're going to run it, and it's wrong.
Well, the fun run was advertised.
It wasn't advertised down our street and we didn't get a paper until they were running it the next day. Now, it's not early enough.
My understanding that the half marathon, when it's run by Clowne Road Runners,
Yeah.
we're not the organisers.
No.
They has to use the facility, so we provide the facility. I think it's for them to marshal,
Well, you see that they
do all the necessary
notified
paperwork, all the road
earlier.
closures. So it's not, unfortunately, that's not a parish council matter. Other than when I speak with them, I can mention that you were a little bit upset about how some of the road closures were enforced. But it is a Clowne Road Runners
Yeah.
issue. That is, they're
When
a
you try to come
separate body.
Come back from where you've been out, come back up that road to go into Chapel Close, they're stopping you. You see, you've got to go right around the other way. They're always stopping at the other end. Now, I live in Chapel Close. Not last year, about 4 years ago, they stopped me. I said, well, if you don't leave the path, I'll go out, and if you stand in the way, I'll run off you. Because I've got the right of a way to get to my house. And they have no right of stopping us.
Can we have another question, please, because we are running out of time.
Ross is in.
Got one back.
I just wanted clarification on what's happened with the annual audit of this parish council. Because I've been looking on the website and I can't see any paperwork as to what the result of that audit was. And because I couldn't see what had happened with the audit, I thought I'd contact the external auditors to see if they had any information as to why Clowne was unique in not presenting the external auditors' findings. And they say that the council has not provided any information to them, which is in breach of government guidelines. They are the appointed, externally appointed auditors.
Yes, we know what you're saying. Yeah.
Can you explain why it's not been provided?
We've been doing it.
The information is under the finance section on the website.
Yeah.
It's the governance statement and the accounting statement.
Yeah.
They're the 2 statutory documents that you need to submit. The accounts because we're talking about accounts for 16-17, so
Yeah.
that's period ending 31st of March 2017.
Yeah.
Now, there's been a delay in filing those accounts because they've not had a parish clerk and the responsible finance officer has been off long-term sick. I've only just started, but we've got the audit completed now. There's 2 stages to this process. First stage is the parish council appoints its own accountants, and it's a company called Butler Cook based in Ripley. They do lots of parish councils. They come in and they do.
I appreciate that, but ultimately it's up to the parish council to make sure it's got its own house in order, to make sure that the auditors have got the stuff that they need.
Well, it is, but if you haven't got a clerk and the RFO's gone on sick, you're in a bit of a state.
Well, no,
so we have actually managed to get the clerk, and we have now got everything
Totally
sorted.
disagree, because it's...
Can we move on? Because we have got...
It's up to the council.
Give the gentleman an answer.
Yeah.
If the gentleman's not
Satisfied
happy with the
with
answer, then he's got other alternatives to do.
Yeah.
He's got the answer, it's the legal answer, and it's the proper, correct answer.
Does the council admit that it's incompetent
Can we have
of the
the...
council not
Can we
to
have another
make
one?
sure that
Yes,
there's something in
I'm
place?
moving on now, thank you.
I'd like to say I enjoyed the fireworks.
Yes, thank you.
I mean, I do live up there, and I thought it was a very good display. And one or two have said to me, well, why don't they publish it more? So my complaint is to the council, you're not putting enough.
No, we managed to get some banners out a couple of weeks ago, but next year it will be a bit better. We'll be able to advertise
It's got to be advertised a long time.
Was one attended?
There's a balance here. This is a free event. And for me, I mean, it's the first year that I've done it, so I've not got anything to sort of compare it against. I thought it was very well attended by the community, and the community were very appreciative. I think just in answer to your question, there's a balance, because if you over-advertise and you get a deluge of people and the space cannot cope with them, then you've got a health and safety nightmare. So there is a balance, but I appreciate what you're saying. But I think the message did get out there.
But I agree with the fella. I mean, I had a car, and as soon as I knew it was coming up, he never went to go.
Can I just follow on from that?
No, excuse me, I've had my hand up for the past 5 minutes.
Yes.
I actually congratulate the parish council for the firework display. I thought it was excellent. And it's something for the whole community, not one person.
Thank you.
I was going to say that in Bolsover they have an event like what's happening in the year. They have a poster with all the events on.
Yeah, well, hopefully, you know, we are starting to look at some events now for next year, and we can look at doing something like that for next year.
Let you know when that's
That's right.
It's more publicity.
That's it then, thank you. I'd like to close the Christmas forum, and we'll start at 1:15. Minute left.
I'm just saying,
Yeah, no, I don't know.
I'd like to...
I'm going to do it in this meeting. I'm going to mention it. I'm going to mention it in the meeting. Yes, it was. I'd like to open the parish council meeting, please. Right, excuse me. Excuse me. We're now starting the council meeting. Commissioners aren't involved. Thank you. Item 2 on the agenda, apologies for absence.
I've had Councillor Connaughton and I've also had Councillor Weston, who was down to talk under item 9. Both have got work commitments, and Councillor Reid, he's got work commitments and he's going to try and get over as soon as he can, so he will be arriving late.
Item 3 on the agenda, confirmation of attendance register that has been signed.
See here if anybody's not signed.
Fine, you don't want that one? No? Has anybody got any registered dispensations? Does anybody want to dispensation for this meeting? No? That's it.
Thank you.
Right, item 6, confirmation and signing of the minutes of the council meeting held on Monday, 6th of November. Yes, Councillor Burgess.
It says, a lot of people who attended, it says Councillor Chambers, it's a repeat. And also, minute 152/17, there should be a reference in there that I think was debate or vote or what issue.
Yeah, that's all noted, Councillor Burgess will alter it and then...
Were we discussing the exempt minutes in this, or is that another agenda item?
What's that for, Councillor Ward?
Exempt minutes, so we're confirming that there, correct?
We'll do that in
Yeah.
next.
Like, yes,
We'll
no,
do
no,
that in
no.
next time. You want to do it now? Yeah? Yeah, we can look at the exempt minutes now. Can I confirm the exempt minutes?
I've got a query on it. 150/17, about the letter from Grant Thornton. It says it was moved by Councillor Reid and seconded by Councillor Oxley that the contents of the letter be noted. I've had time to read the letter again. We need to make an action against this letter, not noted. Can we have a look at that?
Well,
Shall we move it to exempt then?
you're going to start the debate on your next moving to
Move it to exempt.
Sure, it is
Can't
going to
pass those
debate
minutes then,
that.
can we? Because they're the first one.
We can pass them subject.
Why is it going to exempt?
Pardon?
Why is it going to exempt?
Because it's exempt minutes and we can't discuss it in this meeting. So we've got to go through this time. Yeah.
No, not financial.
Can we move that the minutes from the last meeting is true and correct, apart from Councillor Burgess's corrections?
I'll propose that.
We've got a seconder. All in favour? All against? Are you
Abstaining?
abstaining on any? 2? Okay. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, item 7 on the agenda is the proposed time of the next council meeting, which will be the 8th of January, up at the council chambers at Bolsover District Council at 6:45. Commissioners' forum will be at 6:30. Okay. Item 8 on the agenda, items referring to standing committees. So, yeah.
Okay, thank you, Chair. On this one, we had the meeting of the Clowne Parish Joint Burial Committee on the 27th of November. One of the items, for those that were there, was to do with the constitution and the terms of reference of this group. Before the end of March this year, the burial committee was a separate legal entity, properly constituted, with both Clowne and Barbara involved. We received notification from the external auditors, Grant Thornton, that we don't need to do that anymore, and that Clowne Parish Council, as the principal lead authority, should subsume all those costs and expenditures into its accounts. So we now don't need a constitution, it's not a separate legal body. We now need a terms of reference. So I presented a draft terms of reference that committee should work to. That was approved by that meeting and needs to be considered by this meeting and either approved or amended as you see fit. These terms of reference are also going to Baldra Parish Council through a similar process, so that by the time we get to the next meeting, we'll be working to terms of reference rather than a constitution, because we don't need a constitution now. So it's in essence, it is a tidying up exercise.
Yes, Councillor Walker.
You've got frequency of meetings quarterly unless an extraordinary meeting is convened in accordance with the council standing orders. Would it be wise just to put how you can call an extraordinary meeting, so then we're not, we've got it written down, we've got a reference to it?
All of that is in your standing orders, and which is usually by a motion from a councillor and a seconder, and then the chair has got so many days to respond and then call the meeting and get the agenda together.
So it's like already recorded.
Yeah.
That's in the standing orders. So this is just, you know,
So
everything
you're already
that's in here.
recorded.
So
If you look in the standing orders, everything.
Back to standing
It
orders.
does, yeah.
Farm Baldra Joint Committee could buy Clowne standing
Yes.
orders,
Yeah.
as well as Baldras.
As the principal,
As the principal body.
principal lead authority, yes. So that the accounts, the signing off of the accounts, the way that the meetings are conducted are all in line with Clowne's standing orders and financial regs.
So do I move that we can adopt these? Yeah.
I can't agree to something I haven't seen.
Have you
So
got one?
if, reference.
They're on.
Oh, the on the back of your
Yeah, Jim.
back of
Oh,
your
I'm back.
question.
Sorry, I misread that because I thought that was the meeting of what you've done.
There,
Not the terms of reference. Yeah, that's okay, I read them, yeah.
Yeah.
So we've got Councillor Stanton moved, we've got a second.
Neil moved.
Neil.
Oh, sorry.
Neil Payne.
Apologies.
Yeah, that's okay. So do we have a seconder?
Yeah,
Councillor Stanton.
All in favour? Yeah, all in favour.
And then there's a date for the next meeting, other than really.
Yeah. So then we've got a note that the next meeting of the Clowne Burial Board, Clowne Burial Board, will be on the 19th of March 2018 at 6 p.m. at the Community Centre.
Will you be publishing a draft copy of these before?
Yes, yeah.
Yes.
Will you be sending them out or writing for them?
Now they'll be sent out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah. My next job.
So item 9 on the agenda, reports from council. I'm afraid Councillor Weston isn't here today and we have no police attending. So we'll move on to item...
In the standing orders, it asks for if there's a district councillor, we can have a report from them. I think it is quite important that we are kept up from our Jim or Gwyneth, what's happening in that district. Because things are happening there which aren't being brought to the parish, and they are affecting Clowne, mainly the building. And I've also got the viewers interactions about section 161. I think it would be a good idea to start having a report from the district council. I understand Terry's on planning, so it might not be in, Carl's on executive, so it might not be in, so if Jim, but you're against planning, on planning as well, aren't you? So it's gonna,
Well, Carl actually, being on executive, knows more what's happening.
yeah, I'm just thinking we put him in a position with conflict of interest.
I ain't got a problem with bringing anything
Now,
about district council to it.
so do you think,
No problem.
will you agree to do that?
Yeah.
Can I propose that we do that?
What's your query on section 106?
It's
Well,
on
we'll
the
have a look at
agenda.
that a bit further
Oh,
down.
right.
We've got
Yeah.
under item
You
14.
seconded it on?
And all in favour that a councillor can come and speak under the...
Yeah, I don't mind bringing a report from Walsall District Council to the Parish Council.
Yeah.
And I'll move that be done if
Yeah.
So as a standing item under this,
Yeah.
Yeah, the councillor, yeah.
Can we make sure it's out of the meeting so the public can address them as well? You know how Council Weston says...
She usually does that, yeah.
Yeah, so can we suggest
Yeah.
that that's...
Yeah, it will stay the same.
Yeah, so members of the public will be able to question
question
anyway.
anyway, on this.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So do we have we've got a second on, all in favour?
Careful.
Okay. All in-
Councillor Walker moved, Councillor Lady seconded, is that right? Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Excuse me.
So I asked the question.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
I propose it.
you proposed it. But I asked to remove on it as well, you
I
proposed it,
propose
you moved
that. I ain't
it.
got a problem with
No.
it, and I propose that we do it.
Yeah,
That's what I said.
okay. Right, can I go to
Can I
item?
ask a question personally about the police? Right, a few years back, when we were paying for the PCSOs in Clowne, you could get them here as regular as clockwork. PCSOs, police, they come as regular as clockwork. Well, there's PCSOs in Clowne now, there's police in Clowne, and I can't remember the last time a police officer or a PCSO came to Clowne to talk to us. Could we write to them and express our feelings that somebody should come along? In the last week, I know it's not Clowne, in the last week on Facebook there has been 2 serious attacks, one in Preston and one in Oldthorpe. So surely the police should come to a parish, I say should come, could come to a parish meeting, either a PCSO or a police officer, and talk to us and express what's happening. Just that we write to them, just, I don't know when the last time he came, like I say. We could,
I think we could probably contact them,
Yeah.
but whether it be feasible for them to come, whether it's funding or what, I don't know why they've not attended.
We have got the Police and Crime Commission coming to the next meeting.
Yeah, we have, yes.
So that's something we could raise.
I'll bring that up with you there.
Yeah, it's on.
Yeah, we have got it coming to the next meeting.
So,
I'll talk to Organ Grinder and not monkey them.
Can we, if the police can't attend, we can get the crime figures off of their website, I believe. Could we start publishing them in as minutes so we let people know what's happening in town? Because, look, they're busy, aren't they?
No,
if it's not a big job to download them off
Yeah.
the internet and put them,
Can put them onto
put them
the,
as a paper, I'm not
onto
talking about
paper.
if the council are all right with that.
What's that?
to get the figures off the website for the crime figures.
I didn't think they were listening. I thought that was when.
No.
Yes, Councillor Marine.
I think Councillor Bassin's right, the police aren't listening
Yeah.
as such. What you can do is go onto the police website and crimes in your area that can be reported. Alright, it won't give you whether or not that crime will be detected or whatever. It's like the postcode object tracking. You put your postcode in and it comes up and tells you where the crimes are. So that's it. The police have stopped issuing and have told us previously they ain't going to give it to you.
Yeah.
Well, there's information in there. What
Free
did it say?
information.
There is information on, if you go on the police website,
Yeah.
and just go onto the police website and put crimes in your area,
Yeah.
it comes up and it tells you where crimes have been reported,
Mm-hmm.
all right? Not where crimes have been sorted out or detected, it's where they've been reported.
I would think that we can probably put something on the parish website where people can go to that and direct them to that website where they can have a look at it.
Could we not put it in as a
Not
report?
really, no, because we'd have to start going through all the different information that the police give them. If they don't give it particularly for Clowne, we've got to be looking for it,
I mean,
which is
it
then man
just
hours.
says we've got S43.
Yeah, but it's man hours again. If people want to have a look, they can just have a look on the police website, which is a lot easier for them.
I think that's easy
Yeah.
for us, not for them.
You should remember that there are people in the community who do not know how to
Yeah.
use the computer.
No, I think we ought to have it on in a meeting.
Yeah, because like I say, there's
Yeah, well, we'll get Steve. What Steve says, he'll write to Sergeant
I think it's Sergeant McBride who runs the PCSOs for this area.
and then we'll see if we can find any
If
information.
the council so wish, I can email.
I can
Yeah.
close that.
I can email and just say that we're disappointed that we've not had a
Yeah.
police representative.
We don't have to just do it.
Yeah, okay, fine, I can do that. And just say if you're not able to attend, could you provide us with a written report at least
Right.
and see what comes back.
Will that be related to that, what we just talked about?
It's written
Yeah.
to Kit.
Right, go on to
Can I just say, that to put in S43 won't be enough, because S43 goes as far as Brimington.
yeah.
So we don't want Brimington's figures, do we?
No. No.
That's what I think they ought to provide.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I'd like to go into agenda 10, clerk report. First of all, I'd like to send our condolences to Mrs. Betts on the death of her husband Ryan. And as a parish council, I think they'd all like to send their condolences.
Could we send her some flowers because she did play a big part in this parish?
We don't normally do that, Ross. Obviously, if it starts, you'd have to be doing it for everybody, wouldn't you? You know, it's we can sort of like.
Can we mention minutes?
Yeah, well, yeah, that's why I've done it now. They will be mentioned in the minutes.
Could we send a letter to Joyce?
Yeah, you can send a letter to her expressing his condolences.
If that's what the council so wishes.
Would you like to? Would that be?
That's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
So hang on, just so I've got it, that's moved by Councillor Walker.
And seconded by Councillor Bailey.
All in favour?
All in favour?
Yeah.
Yeah. Got it. Thank you.
Right, the Chair's report, I attended a meeting at Bolsover Parish, for Partnership Parish Council Liaison meeting held on 20th of November at Bolsover District Council offices. And I'd like to congratulate Councillor Reid after he had been appointed Parish Council Liaison Representative on the Bolsover Parish Partnership Executive Board.
What's that mean?
It's like a Bolsover partnership. It's all the parishes that get together at Bolsover District Council, and they look at regeneration schemes and all different sorts of things to do with different parishes like Shirebrook.
Yeah. Bolsover District Council have a partnership board, okay, which is there's an executive partnership board which I've been elected to. And they also have a parish council and town council liaison, which myself and you have been elected to chair. So it's just making sure that the parish issues are within the Bolsover council. It's been going for years.
Would you like to just tell them regarding the presentation at Bolsover District? It was the Bolsover District Town Centre Regeneration Framework, and we've been invited as a parish council to submit an outline for the bids, haven't we?
Yeah, Bolsover District Council, as part of their regeneration programme, have gone through a regeneration framework whereby they looked at the 4 main town centres, of which Clowne is one, and they've come up with an idea, a suggestion that we have a civic walkway which is linked to any further development, particularly the Garden Village one, when it comes through. This is not something that will happen overnight. This is a 30-year, up to a 30-year plan. Okay. What we're looking at is some quick wins. We're talking to Bolsover District. I'm talking to Bolsover District Council with my council colleagues on the district to look at areas. We have had a walk around through the village. We've seen a few quick wins. What we're trying to do is find funding for that so that we can get something out there pretty quick. But the whole regeneration framework is part of, or it's assimilated to the local plan, and that could be a 20-30-year programme. Right? The major thing that we've got is connectivity, so that's what we're looking at.
So there is actually some funding available, isn't there, for us? That we have to get some outline things in.
There is some, you're right there, Chair, there is some funding available, but it's a big but. This is funded through D2N2, which is the Derbyshire Nottinghamshire LEP Board, Local Enterprise Board. They're understand that currently, like we were told on the day, this money's there, we may get it, we may not. The chances are we may not. It's a fishing exercise by the officer to say, look, we haven't got any money at Bolsover, we're trying to look for some, okay, we haven't got any within our council budget. We've gone outside to look elsewhere, they're looking elsewhere, and it's a case of let's take it from here. Yeah. We can put in bids, we're looking at it, and we will put a bid in. I asked for a meeting, a special meeting on town partnerships before Christmas, and I'm waiting, unfortunately the officer's off sick, so I'm waiting for a date.
Are you and Carl representing the parish council?
Yes.
At these meetings?
Yes.
Who elected you to do that?
I was elected 18 months ago.
That's me.
That's me. 18, yeah, about 18 months ago. I've been going up there.
Can I say a minute for that?
Yeah.
This is the first I've heard of it. Who elected you the parish council?
Yeah.
Every year.
Excuse me.
Should happen every year.
Excuse me. This is a meeting, not for.
I'm sorry.
Thank
I
you.
do apologise.
Councillor Burgess.
I'm always concerned about Bolsover District Council. Seem to be taking over running of the parish rather than the parish council having their input. Now, listen to me. I'm nothing against getting the place regenerated, but I want to know where does our input as a parish council go and how much notice does Bolsover District Council take of what we say? Because on other issues, on planning, they never do. So I am concerned about that.
I've been to the parish liaison. I'm not one of the members, but you can go if you want to, if you can't take part, and see what it's all about.
Yeah.
So
Sounds interesting, doesn't it? I'm just, I can't, unless you've done an exact item, this is the first I've ever heard of the parish liaison officer. If we say that you've been elected and Carl's been elected. Well, were you elected by the council?
Yes.
perhaps it was,
Right.
when did you become a councillor?
February.
Right, well, you probably had a lot to take in and didn't realise, so.
It was before that.
Yeah.
So, you know, but you can go and have a look at it.
I'd like to, can you 5 minutes for that?
See what it's all about.
My understanding of the parish council liaison meeting, which is it's like a sub-meeting of the Bolsover Partnership. There are different sort of themes, one of which is giving parish councils a voice to raise any issues upwards, and then for the partnership to raise any issues with the parish council and use it as a sounding board, is that the invites go to the chair and the clerk. So all the chairs of the parish councils and the clerks are invited to the meeting. So it's through your position rather than, you know.
Once you do wise, like Eric said, we can express the opinion as parish at these meetings.
We do.
And not just leave it to council.
We don't.
Because
We do express
I don't know
it.
if you're taking our views as council forward to these.
We go to these meetings, Ross, to look at ways in which we can develop the community.
But in that council decision to
No.
decide what's best for the community
It's not.
now to develop the community.
It's not just the parish, it's the whole area. It's Clowne, it's Shire.
Yeah, I understand that, but if you represent the Clowne Parish Council, perhaps some input from Clowne Parish councillors
Yes.
will be prudent to take to these meetings.
How does it stand for people who wear two hats? Those that are on the district council and those that are on the parish council.
It's
I
straightforward.
mean, what hat are they wearing?
What's that? I've only got one hat. When I'm at the parish council liaison, I've only got one hat. I'm not a two-hatter. Alright? I've got one hat. When I go there, I represent Clowne Parish Council. And I put forward the views of the Clowne Parish Council. And I put views forward, not just the parish council, but I put views forward of the parishioners. Things like parishioners are getting, they're quite right, we don't see any police. It's raised there on a regular basis. Why aren't we getting? And it's interesting to hear from other parish councils their experiences with the police, or non-experiences as it may be. So it is there, and we do represent them. I actually chair the parish council liaison, so you can be pretty sure the Clowne Parish Council is well represented.
Is there a declaration of interest to be out there though, if you are?
No.
No?
Right, can I move on now, please?
The next question. You say it's 18 months since the vote was taken, parish liaison. Well, every year we elect a chairman. Shouldn't it be 12 monthly where the vote goes to vote on?
Can I just go and correct the clerk actually?
Can you finish?
So just correct the clerk. Just correct information. It is not the clerk. Alright, it is two representatives from Clowne Parish Council. The clerk can go in ex officio
But my point is, shouldn't that election take place every 12 months? Every 12 months we elect a clerk. So surely every 12 months we should elect the position. Not now it's 18.
We'll elect it in May.
Yeah.
It's done at every AGM.
Well, they said it's 18 months.
No, it's May. It's in May.
I've just been,
It's 18.
18 months.
I don't actually think we have actually had it elected this year.
Thank you.
It was agendas for AGM.
No, it wasn't.
No.
This is the first time I
And
heard it.
and obviously the AGM was done by Adrian, wasn't it? So we'll have to move.
Ask for representatives to go to the parish council liaison. I know yourself.
I don't think we can make a decision on it, it's on the agenda item.
No, it can't.
That's based on.
What we'll put it on agenda item for the next meeting and we'll do it from there. Can I move on now, please? I'd like to mention the Remembrance Day Parade and the service on the 12th of November. It's again a fitting tribute to those within the parish that have made the ultimate sacrifice. I would like to thank the Clowne Union of Churches, in particular Elaine and Mark Alder, Christine Beach, who tirelessly sold wreaths and poppies for the British Legion, Derbyshire County Council for their road closures, St John's Ambulance, and of course the Parish Council staff who helped organise and steward the event. I would also like to thank the Parish Council staff and everyone involved in making this year's Christmas illuminations and fireworks such a fantastic success. There was a large crowd, the weather was great and the fireworks were fantastic. And I received many positive comments from the parishioners.
Could I just say to you, I'd like you to put something in there about the Salvation Army band. Some of these gentlemen now are getting quite to an old age, and it takes some effort, I can tell you, to march playing an instrument when you get upside 60. So I think a little bit of encouragement to my friends would not go amiss.
If you could pass my thanks on her, I think you do fantastic. Can I make a comment about it? It's absolutely brilliant, loved everything. I think we're doing Clowne Parish. Could we not, I had lots of comments, the big poppies up on lampposts. Every other town saying to have quite a few. I think I went to British Legion and the stock were running low. Could we step in a bit early next year and see if we can improve on that?
Yeah.
Just to make it a bit
Yeah,
better.
that'd be fine.
It's always good attendance, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've arranged for a meeting on the 20th of December with the Kingwood Lane allotment holders to enable them to raise any matters regarding their facilities.
I'd like to send that first.
Is to be held in the community centre.
What time?
When's that from? Sorry.
6:30.
When, though?
6:30, 20th of December.
They all been notified?
They have, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's
I've been working with them now for the last 3 months.
Yeah. Good luck. What time's that? 6:30?
yeah.
Right, I'd like to go on to item 10, down to 11. Correspondence received by the council. So the first one is a general circular from Dal.
Move that they're just accepted the notice.
Yeah.
Can I just, can we not pass these dark circulars around? Because the dark is an amazing thing that we're involved with.
It would be a big thing to pass them around because they are quite thick. And if you want to copy,
Going to council offices.
yeah, if you want to go and get try and get a copy or just go and have a look at it in the council offices, but to actually give everyone a copy, it It would cost us a fortune every month, Ross.
Is it not just a piece of paper? Is it not just letter?
It's quite thick booklets.
Can be anything from half a dozen pages to a dozen pages.
Have we still got the one throughout the day now, from last month and the month before?
I've got the ones that I've received since I came into office. So I think I've got about 3 or 4, something like that.
Could I have a look at that? Could I,
So, yeah,
if you've done with it, could I have that?
So we've got 2 circulars from Dan. Then we've got an email coming from the auditors. We've got a notification from the external auditors. We've got PKF Little John, who are replacing Grant Thornton for the 2017-2018 financial year. They've now been appointed as our external auditors.
Have we still got the same internal auditors? Is that changed?
No, that's not changed, unless the council wants to change.
Will we be publishing that?
Yes.
No, sorry.
Will we be publishing the internal audit?
Yes.
It's out of consultation, isn't it?
Yeah, it's out on the website now, but
Yeah.
What's on the website now?
yeah, it's on the finance section, yeah.
Yeah.
If you have any problems, just
So item
send me an
12
email or give me a call and I'll point you in the right direction. I can get a paper copy of it.
Item 12 is the Appendix 4, which is the correspondence received by the council for decision. So I've got a letter from Bolsover District Council asking for the parish council's support for Bolsover District Council's campaign for fair funding.
No, I
Oh, I've got wrong one, you did it wrong.
Secret one there.
I've got a secret one. So it's a copy.
That was last time.
Yeah. So I've got Derbyshire Unemployed Workers Centre. They want a copy. We've got a copy of their annual report, 2016, and they're requesting a grant contribution from us for £500.
Will that goes to preset meeting in January, February, preset
Yeah.
for next year?
I think we have supported them before.
We have. Didn't we have 3 years to work?
Yeah.
Of the room, and they do a lot of good work. I know.
Do we pay them monthly as well?
No.
Penny to come?
No.
No.
It's a free service. We just give them the grant.
Yeah, I thought that was the case, but I'm sure.
I think you gave them a contribution last year, and that's the reason they've sent their annual report in, which explains how they put the money to good use. And there are some stats specifically for how they've supported individuals and part of the community in Clowne Parish for that money. I have a copy of that. I can obviously make that available if anybody wants to see it, but it's another thick document, and I'm conscious of
I was just going to say that.
Loads of trees.
We'd be paying £500 a month, but it's no monthly cost to...
No, it's a one.
No, it's just a one-off
an annual
contribution.
contribution of 500.
So there's no monthly payments at all.
No.
So
Then every year, but it's always done a preset. We
Yeah.
have a preset for it together.
Councillor
yeah, so we'll look
I've got a second this minute.
so we'll move that we move it to priest. We'll
I've got to move
do it
that,
as
second.
preset. We've got a seconder.
I'll
All in
second it.
favour?
That's where it has to go, yeah.
Councillor, all in favour, is that?
All against?
No, all in favour, I've got that.
Yeah. Right, the next letter we've got is a notification of withdrawal of free emptying of the dog bins opposite Shoreland Mews.
Wow.
Well, why?
That's, I don't really...
We're going to pay for it.
Why? But we paid for it before.
No, it's always been free, but now the Derbyshire District Council's taking the free service away, and it's going to be costing us £167.96 a year for them to be emptied.
Have they given a reason why? Why is it moving?
Can we not chance their decision?
Well, what they're saying here, if I can share, is as we are, the parish council are the principal litter authority for land under our control, it is our responsibility. Now, historically, I think the district council have paid for the emptying of bins, but technically, because we are the principal litter authority for our own land, technically, they've paid for that. And what they're saying, because of their financial situation, you scale that up for the whole district, and the number of dog bins that there are across the district that are on parish council land, then that can become quite a sizable cost to the district council. So what they're saying here is they're not able to fund that service anymore, and it will be for the individual parish councils to make arrangements to either empty it themselves or pay for the cost of this service. And the cost of this service for the year is £168 rounded up. And obviously district council will still come and empty the bin, put a new liner in and dispose of the dog waste in a proper and fit way.
Yes, Councillor.
Whereabouts is the bin then?
Shawlands View, as you're coming outside here.
Yeah.
What, on our parish land?
Yeah, so that's why now they're charging us.
And it's not just us, it's the whole,
Yeah.
it's every single parish has had this letter.
Is it down to us to provide documents or the district?
It's on our land.
If it's on our land, we are the principal litter authority, so that's dog waste and general waste. So we have a duty of care as a council to make arrangements. Now the options is we either arrange for the emptying and disposal ourselves, or we buy it in effectively now from the district council. My view is for £168 and being able to dispose of dog waste, which is not like getting rid of, just normal litter. Under my delegated arrangements, have contracted that for the year. So this is just more for information that I've had this, and I've had to respond by a certain time. Otherwise, it would have withdrawn the service. And what I didn't want to have is dog bins overflowing with dog bags, poo bags. So.
Aren't we trying to obtain a bylaw, stop dogs being allowed in certain areas? Therefore, I would have thought that this would be an area where dogs were not allowed. Therefore, there would be no need for the dog bin.
Well, if there's a bylaw, but then
Until that bylaw's through you, Jen, until the bylaw's in.
we've got to keep
We
it
still
going.
have to do it, until we do it.
And not only that, I know I have a dog, and if I go out anywhere and I pick the dog poo up, you go to the nearest bin, which can be like, if it's down the street and I'm walking past a bin up here, you put it in that bin. It's not for this particular, just for this area. It could be.
I know it's quite difficult this one, but are there any more bins that are on parish land? It's the only one.
This is the only one.
There used to be two, through you, Jen, there used to be two on this side. One near the doctors, we took that, was taken out by the street because of the dog fouling, they weren't using it. And at one point stopped cutting the grass because the amount of dog that's coming over there. Okay, so that's it. But as has been said, as through Council Burgess, once we get the bylaw, we can enforce it, because we could then give our staff powers to enforce fixed penalty notices. So you wouldn't have to pay that £67.96. But I would endorse what the clerk's done.
So can we move that this?
Is it not possible to go to dog out and go to there?
It's a cost. It would be a cost.
Can I remind Councillor Burgess, you are being taped?
Sorry?
Can I remind Councillor Burgess, you are being taped?
Well, I'm only
Well,
asking
you just
you.
quite careful on what you say.
Can I move that this?
I've done it, Chair.
Second, all in favour? Thank you. Moving on to the next letter, we've received a letter requesting a contribution to the Active Communities Programme for Clowne Parish 2018 and 19, the cost of £1,000. But Bolesdover District Council will provide £2,500 of match funding for the programme. We have actually had this before. We have.
Moving to precept, Chair.
I'd like to discuss tonight about it, please, before we move it, if that's possible.
No, move it. We move.
Can you move it? We just
can move it anytime we need a second.
We can move it to precept and we can talk about it in the precept.
So I can't talk about an agenda item because Carl says move it.
What's your question?
What's your, go on then, Councillor Walker, what is your question?
What, Councillor Pride now?
Quickly, yeah.
Thank you. We did this last year, didn't we?
We did.
What did we actually get from it? Because what I can remember is they did a survey and we decided that we weren't going to leaflet advertising events for elderly people on the south side of the town because there were more elderly people on the north side of the town. We said that we were going to match it with £2,500. What did we actually get for that? Because they're asking it for it again. I mean, if it's valuable money, brilliant, but £2,500 seems good, but what are we actually getting for the £2,500?
Well, I think they're not paying £2,500.
No, they are.
No, they're paying £1,000.
Yeah, suggest that the next meeting, at the meeting prior to the preset, we ask Sarah Bingham to come in and give us an update.
Yeah, what we'll do.
What they've achieved in the last 12 months.
Yeah, she did give us a presentation before we actually give them the contribution last time, so we can have her to come in again for the preset meeting. To come in and give us an update of what's been going on. Yeah, we can ask her to come in and give her a presentation.
So you want almost like a presentation on the impact
On the impact
previous
it's
year,
had.
to what and then
What the actual money's been spent and what's achieved.
And also it'd be good to find out what we're going to do the following year with the money that we're wanting.
It's just the results. I mean, it sounds too good to be true. £2,500 and we put £1,000. And I don't know what they've done.
Right. So can we have that a seconded? All in favour? Yes. All seconded? Let's not do it.
Thanks for letting me talk on that.
Right, we'll move on now to item 13, which is planning. So we'll have to see you in a minute, Councillor Nick. Well, I've just got an update on the planning that we had last month. We've got to go an update on this. We don't need any questions on it. It's already been sorted. Direction of the 100 dwellings that was to the south of Clowne for Gladman's. That planning permission has been refused. Residential care home, that's permission granted with conditions. And the proposed direction of a barn for equestrian use, that's been granted with conditions. What we need on now is, have we got the plan applications? I can't get canopy one. Canopy and porch to the front of number 8 Orange Birch Close, Clowne, and Miss Lynn Bagshaw.
We can't comment, there's no comment.
There's no comment on that one, we can put that down as no comment.
And it's,
what's the resolution on this one then?
Erection of a 2-storey dwelling. That's for land east of 15 Cliff Hill, Clowne, from Mr. Wayne Davis.
Chair, this is outside the settlement framework. All right, so one could argue that if we're being consistent, particularly in Clowne South, where we support the refusals or we support the refusal of building down there, that would be one of the ones. If that goes ahead, it would open up the whole.
Where is 15?
It's to know where, if you go down Cliff Hill, you go onto John Street,
Yeah.
it's way from there, just next door to Lenny Leedon's old house.
We tried to do it about a year ago, didn't it?
So on that sort of reasoning, we would look at wanting to have this refused. Because it's out of settlement framework.
Sorry, food check. You had any dealings with this application?
I've had no dealings with this application whatsoever. I don't get involved in applications.
No, application really.
I don't even sit on it for the reason.
So Councillor Buxton's no comment on the previous one.
So on the canopy and the porch, again, I've got a motion, no comment.
Have you got a second on that?
Got a seconder and
Or you don't really need to.
We're not, it's because we're only consultees.
We don't have to decide anything.
It's just all you send back on the other piece of paper is no comment, and on the other one, outside the settlement.
Outside settlement framework. Settlement framework on that one. And that's it really. The last one was the 400 dwellings down Low Road at Stanford Farm. That was for Advent Homes, and the permission has been refused. Which is probably it did go to.
No, it's not. No, the bands have got up to 6 months in which to put the appeal in.
Right.
But if you look at the reasons of refusal, the advice I've been given today is that they'll take a year to get the information ready. One of them ones will be an archaeological dig, which the earliest they can do that one is August next year. So they'll have to do it within the time frame.
Okay. So now we're on to item 14.
Councillor Smith, I think.
Yeah.
Ready to go. Thank you.
So, item 14, Councillor Walker is raised certain items. Would you like to?
I'll wait till
Yeah.
Is it? Now they're going to have to be there. Yeah. So, if I can say I've got an interest there, so I'm going to and Stephen put this release. This one,
No, that was. No, remember. I hope you haven't had a scrap.
no. Okay, Councillor Walker.
Cheers. Now that we've got Park and the Legion by Louis Steve, I understand that you come with a lot of experience about grants. I'd like to propose that this council asks Steve to look into getting some grants for this council to use to provide better infrastructure, solar panels for the for community centre, basically see if we can get some money brought back into plan what we are entitled to with grant applications. Other local parish councils have had between £50,000 and £30,000 from leader.
Right, can I just
I'd like to
comment
finish.
on that? That
If we
since,
can finish.
yeah, I was just going to comment on
Yeah,
that,
if we can
Ross.
finish.
You can finish, yeah.
Right.
Since Steve has come in, we've actually been discussing that about getting grants and things. And when he's sort of got himself into a position with everything, and he's got a bit more time once he's got everything sorted, as you might say, he's going to start looking at grants and sort of trying to get things sorted for the parish, because that's what you said, he's really good at it and he's wanting to do things like that for the parish.
Can I propose as a council that we ask Steve to start looking into that as soon as he can?
Well, I won't say, well, as soon as he can, it's not obviously.
Well,
It needs to get things settled and probably into the new year we're looking at then trying to look at things. But if you want to look at...
Yeah, it's part of the clerk's job.
It is, yeah.
To look out for funding to assist the parish council in achieving its aims and its objectives.
And to speak for Steve, I think he's really passionate about it, and once he has got the audits and everything and all the accounts and everything he needs to do up to date and running it to how he wants it to run, he then wants to look at being able to get the grants and things that are underway.
Can I propose that?
Well, we don't really have to propose it, to be honest, it's part of his job. It's part of his job to do that, so...
Right, propose it. Can I not?
Well, it's not really, it's part of his job. It's
what you'd expect him to do.
what you expect him to do.
You will do, won't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just if I can, Chair, I mean, just to reassure the meeting I do have quite a good track record of securing grant funding. The first thing we want to do is obviously just bring all systems and processes up to me as proper officer, where I want them to be in terms of how I manage them, and then once all that's in place, I can start to look at where we can get this funding from. But the thing for me is we do need a bit of a plan, don't we? Because otherwise you're sort of botting around and chasing rainbows otherwise. So one of the things I do want to do is to put together a bit of a plan for consideration, and then get across council support, so I know that I've got a mandate to try and